Welcome back. We're going to pick up where we left off. So we're in the middle of this taco giveaway baseball story. And it said 36 of the games, no tacos and no winning. So we're going to be outside here. And then it looks like the number 4 is when we have a taco. So there were 4 games where people were probably still happy. Maybe they didn't win the game, but they scored 6 or more runs, so they gave away the free tacos. And 15 would need to be over here. So this is my Venn diagram that they've asked me for. Now the second part of the question states, what is the probability that the Diamondbacks lost and didn't give away any free tacos? So that would be, what's the probability of not winning and did not give away tacos, not tacos. So I think we already know that that happened, sadly, 36 out of the 81 games that were played. So if we look at the key in the back, we can double check this, and it does say, yep, 36 out of 81 is the probability of not winning and not getting any tacos. So this is actually, a little bit more than 44% of the time people went home without anything to be excited about. The next part, C, states, what is the probability that they won or they got a taco? So I actually think of this of probability of happy, even though it's not in the problem, because most people would be happy if they won or happy if they got a free taco. And so they're really happy anyway about it. So they're basically wanting you to add up these 4 numbers. So 26 out of the 81, they won. And 15 of the games they won. It was just not a high scoring game. And 4 times it was a really high scoring game, but they happened not to win. So these 3 numbers I want to add up, which would be either I won, so that's 26 and 15, or I got a taco, which was these 4. And that's all out of 81 games. Now you could think of this also as maybe the opposite of what happened up here. That just using the complement rule, knowing that except these 36 times, they either won or they got a taco. But so this should be the complement of that. And when I add that up, that's exactly what I get. I get 0.556, which these 2 numbers add up to 100. Now, what did they do in the back of the book? Well, they actually used the formula, and they used the probability of a win plus the probability of a taco, and then they subtracted off the probability of a win and a taco because they didn't want to count that twice. And once again, you should get the same number, but it's important to kind of understand this. So 26 over 81 is the probability of a win. And, oh wait, what am I saying? A win would be 41, right? Probability of a win, 41 out of 81 times they won. And 30 out of 81 times they got tacos. But we can't count these 26 twice. There we go. And I still get this same fraction of the time, 45 out of 81. If I add 45 and 36, I get 81. Great question, very similar to a couple of the questions we've practiced in class, so be ready for that one. Next question. So question review 5.6, it states, steroids. A company has developed a drug test to detect steroids. The test is accurate 95% of the time when they've taken steroids. So we have 2 paths here. We either have the athlete that takes the steroids or they don't. Now then, once they either did or did not take the steroids, either they tested positive or they tested negative. Okay. Now, when we look at this, we may be asked to figure out if the test was correct or not. So it's good to think about if it got positive here, then the test was correct. If I got negative here, the test was incorrect. Okay. If they didn't take steroids but they said a positive, then the test is incorrect. And if they tested negative, then that would have been correct because this was an athlete that didn't take it. So if the test came out negative, that would have been accurate. All right. Now, reading through the question, it states that only 10% of athletes actually